How many natural phenomena happen in this world we live in? Fog rain, lightning strike, volcanic eruptions and earthquakes are a best example of such events. Almost everyone knows about natural phenomena like these. But there are also a lot of weird, surprising and terrifying natural phenomena that you never think even in a dream. If you watch the video till the end, you can know about the ice tsunamis, foam storms and even about the ice barnacles that kill as soon as touched. Number 1. The waterspouts that rise into the sky. A waterspout that rises into the sky looks like a giant elephant pulling water upward from its trunk. This can be referred to as a tornado situation that occurs in the water. Something like this can form on the ocean as well as on a lake and a river. There are two types of such waterspouts. The tornado types waterspouts that rise into the sky can occur on the water or enter to the water from the land. It is very similar to a tornado situation which occurs on the land. High winds, thunderstorms and frequent lightning are the reasons for those to occur. Under fair weather condition, waterspouts that rise into the sky are formed by a flat base of a growing cumulus cloud. For these to occur, the lightning storms situations do not require. In order for these both types of waterspouts that rise into the sky to occur, the water vapors in the air must be high, and the surface temperature of the water must be warmer than the air layer above it. Then the air rises and rotates around a vertical axis. Of these, the tornado types waterspouts are the most dangerous, because it can even cause a great disaster. Even the large ships have been destroyed by getting caught up in these waterspouts. Number 2. Submarine volcanoes. Throughout in the human history, man has been suffered by volcanoes on the land. You would be surprised if you are told even mass extinctions have taken place due to the volcanic eruptions in the early evolutionary stage of life. Remember well, there are volcanoes even bottom of the ocean. Like land volcanoes, those volcanoes that located bottom of the ocean also can erupt at any moment. You may see that nature has created these things to leave the man to his side by threatening and intimidating. Because of these, underwater located volcanic eruptions can cause even large ships to sink. It's not just that, the tsunami situations can even occur. Believe me, there are also submarine types volcanoes that located more than 8,500 feet and deeper. These submarine volcanoes are responsible for 75% of the magma releases that occur annually on Earth. Those bring the heat as well as various chemical substances onto the surface of the Earth, which is important for ecosystems. Therefore, in addition to being dangerous, should also be reminded that they are effective for the environment. Number 3. Tornado. A tornado is a violently rotating column of air extending from a lightning storm to the ground. For such lightning storm to occur, there must be warm water vapor at ground level, and the air above it must be warmer than it. Then that hot air rises like a hot air balloon. Eventually, due to the influence of the winds occurring interior of it, a rotation occurs in the air, and connects to the ground like a cloud funnel. Anything caught in that high-speed rotating air tower that extends from the ground to the sky above will be shattered instantly. The most violent tornado situations are capable of producing a wind at a speed of about 300 miles per hour. If say how dangerous it is, could destroy buildings and even vehicles hundreds of feet away from there. Such situations do not occur frequently. Such a natural phenomenon occurs very rarely. Some people are accustomed to chasing after tornado situations with cameras in hand. There is no more such thing as such a stupid act. Because as soon as you see a situation like this, you should make sure to stay away from it. Number 4. Dust storms. Dust storms can be caused due to the very strong winds. It commonly can be seen in the area called the Dust Bowl. The drought-stricken southern plains region of the United States of America are known as the Dust Bowl. Because of the storm situations that formed there during the 1930s caused huge dust storms. The 1935 Black Sunday was an unforgettable day. Because on that day 300 tons of sand in the ground has lifted up. Man is also responsible on one side for this situation to be formed. Because the large-scale uprooting of trees for animal farms and cultivations loses the balance of nature. Then the land will not be able to hold soils on when the wind blows fast. For that, when the drought also added to it, the consequences are getting worse, like putting petrol into the fire. About a dust storm which was occurred is also reported in the 6th century before Christ. An army of 50,000 of Persia have disappeared as a result of that dust storm. In the year of 2009, the dust storms that hit Australia took the whole world by surprise. Believe me, that dust storm spread over 2,700 miles. In addition to the causing impact of the respiratory system, the dust storms can spread even a variety of diseases. Number 5. Foam storms. It is a common thing for cities and villages to be flooded. There is nothing to be amazed about it. But look at from what this city is submerging. A huge pile of foam formed by the water is what entering slowly to this city as a giant stream of water. You may not even be able to imagine how this kind of thing could happen. This rare event occurs as a result of a big storm situation or a cyclone. Those storm situations that blow across the ocean, bring other particles such as dead algae proteins of the ocean water into the land. Because this is a rare natural phenomenon, people who experience it have no idea even about what is this they are experiencing. With these foam storms, animals such as sea snakes can also be washed away toward the land. Therefore, in the meantime, humans may fall prey on these snake bites. But often this phenomenon does not result in loss of life or serious injury. Number 6. Ice tsunami. You may be thinking that there is no connection between ice and tsunami. But when you see this, you may agree with us about using the word ice tsunami to refer to that natural phenomenon. This may be the first time in the life you are seeing something like this. This phenomenon called the ice tsunami occurs is not the same as the 2004 tsunami that occurred in most Asian countries. It can be likened to a large block of ice that floats fast. When the ocean currents are strong enough or there is a strong wind, the sea waves push the ice faster on the land. You would be surprised if say that such an ice tsunami could reach heights of 40 feet. Even buildings can be completely destroyed by an ice tsunami. Many people are unaware of the dangers of this thing because such a thing rarely happens. Therefore they go right there to film it and risk their lives. Number 7. Barnacles. Should say first, this is a natural phenomenon that occurs without human intervention. If you are not told so, there is a possibility that you may not believe that. Keep in mind these barnacles are very dangerous. Creatures that are caught to it die instantly. A barnacle forms when seawater in the Arctic and Antarctic regions become ice due to the low temperature. But when sea ice forms, it removes impurities such as salts from it. That is why the ice that formed from seawater does not taste as salty as seawater. So when salt water leaks from sea ice, the salinity of water around it increases and also its density increases and its freezing point decreases significantly. For that reason that water does not turn to ice. It sinks to the bottom of the sea itself. When that high concentration salt water sinks, it mixes with the warm seawater at the bottom of the sea, and the water around it begins to freeze. That's when it is seen as an ice pipe that gradually descending down. It is called as a barnacle. Although it is not that much of dangerous thing to humans, it is extremely dangerous to creatures such as starfish. You may see the fate that befell them as soon as they made their way to it. So imagine what a horrible and wonderful phenomenon this is in nature. So even if you are on the surface of the earth, even if you are in the sea, even if you are under the sea, even if you are under the earth, and even if you are in the sky, keep in mind that there are natural phenomena that can kill you. Subscribe us to know valuable things like this daily that you don't know. And also, if you press the small bell, you will know when a new video is posted.